brought to you by Rensburg Sheppards. I'm John Sawbridge. The FTSE 100 had a very volatile day today, closing down 72 points at the finish at 5,440. This was initially being down about 160 points at about 10 o'clock this morning. This saw heavy losses in Asia overnight and also in the Dow Jones in the US. The biggest rises on the day, surprisingly, we've seen a reversal of fortunes. The retail sector, Marks and Spencer's, are closing up about 7%. This is following on some severe losses over the past couple of weeks. This is possibly a short covering by some of the hedge funds, and also on some very vague and possibly unfounded bid speculation surrounding the markets. On the upside again, we've seen the likes of AstraZeneca and GlaxoSmithKline, traditionally defensive pharmaceuticals businesses. Glaxo for about 3% on good news on a vaccine for cancer. AstraZeneca for about 2% in Symphony as well also. On the downside, London Stock Exchange was down about 7% on the day, and this is ahead of its interim management statement tomorrow. And this is over concerns that margins are being eroded by competition from the big investment banks and their off-trade platforms. Also on the downside, the mining stocks are off generally about 5 to 7%. The big diversified miners that have really held the index up and driven it higher over the last 12 months, Rios and Billitons, were off about 6% at the close. And the FTSE 250, and on the upside we've seen EasyJet with about 7%. This is on some strong passenger figures the other day, and also over belief that maybe they might be able to push on the higher oil price and maintain margins, or at least hold some sort of margin and maintain some level of profitability going forward. On the downside, not surprising to see Procter & Bingley closing down 20%. And this is over concern that they're going to struggle to do an equity raising, with both TPG pulling out of the deal and Resolution being sent away by the banks. So this is a big concern for current investors who are going to be asked to stump up the equity to keep the business going forward. Alliance invested down about 14%, on potentially similar concerns, being one of the smaller banks operating in the UK mortgage area. So a very negative day in the FTSE 100, closing down 72. The States is also a good week. We've got AB Foods reporting their Q3 figures on Thursday, which should give a good insight into both the UK retail sector through their holding of Primark and also as a food producer. That's all for now. Thanks.